Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name's Jarek, and today we're back in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 97 of our playthrough, and in our previous episode, we finished up the Cave of the Dragons. We fought through the rest of the tunnels, running into a few more giant spiders, plus some undead guardians. Eventually, we found our way to what appears to be some sort of sanctum. The huge doors that were closed there were guarded by the old magic, and so our guide is going to stay there and figure it out. But he doesn't know how long it's going to take. Could be days, could be months. He's promised not to go in without us, though. And he did give us the reward he promised, which was 10,000 gold coins. And so we left him there to work alone as he requested. We were going to try to get to the next site, the Sacred Lands, but unfortunately by the time we got there, our corruption was too high to go in. We would be fighting at penalties, and so we have returned to Dresden here to rest up. And so that's kind of where we're at now. We did get a little bit more on the campaign map done as well. And so our secondary army is clearing out the remaining forces to the east, and while our main army was working a little bit in the west. But Dresden was starting to look pretty wide open, and so I've pulled the main army back towards Dresden a little bit so that if anybody starts coming up that way, they can move to defend. So I've moved us back to Dresden. As you can see, we're in the Citadel, and this is where we popped in. So I have not rested the party or anything yet. And this is what's going on right now. Socials has come to us. Says, Commander, please forgive this sudden visit. Anevia sent a messenger for me, asking me to come immediately. There she is. Okay, here comes other people, apparently. Anevia says, greetings, Commander. Revered Cleric. A muscular, black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to Anevia. Despite the difference in height, he's obviously nervous around the delicate woman, looking around and biting his lip. Allow me to introduce Hell Knight, Ambassador of the Order of the Nail, Valric. The knight salutes. Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Duty calls. I have a passing errand from headquarters. Yes, it's very urgent. Social is silent. His lips are pressed together. He doesn't move, not even to breathe, seemingly. The cleric is staring at the visitor. Your name is Valric? That's right. I serve the cause of the crusade. It must be true. We have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documents or insignia confirming his identity. What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anevia casts a glance at Social. The priest's mouth is twisted and his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Dresden, Valric. Enough! Social lunges at the guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric is about to throw a punch, but his clenched fists remain lowered. Who are you? How dare you call yourself by that name, scoundrel? Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying, the credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. Valric is a proud knight. I won't put up with slander. So you're an imposter? Me? No. It's not true, I swear. Social, is this Trevor? Of course not. But how does he know that name? And why is he wearing the black armor? And where? Why do these words, the cleric's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of the phrase. Anevia, who is this? A great question. I have no idea. My guys clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave a familiar name, so I decided to organize a face-to-face for long-lost brothers. You knew it wasn't Trevor right from the off. You saw a Trevor when he served in Canabras. Of course, but I hoped that meeting you would make him drop the pretense and crack. Throw him in prison. Anevia takes the impostor away, and he follows her unshackled. Okay, weird. Social watches them leave, his fists unclenched. He drops his shoulders. What the? Where did he come from? And did you hear what he said about the truth and lies? The priest frowns. The credit won by a lie only lasts until the truth comes out. That is what they say in Andoran. Trevor used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't prove anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Oh, Shaylin, what is going on? Commander, please, we have to interrogate him. All right, so there we go. We have to go interrogate the guy and find out what he knows about Trevor's brother. And that we will do, but for right now we need to rest. I do want to do one thing actually before we do this. Let's get what's going on here? Oh, well, this is new. Huh. Interesting. Their companions fold up now. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say is let's get her spells straightened out, because we put her at a whole bunch of restores in her fourth slot. So I don't think she needs all of those necessarily. Dismissal isn't maybe a bad thing to have. Does get affected by spell resistance though, and she's not the best at cracking spell resistance, so maybe that's not what we want. What else we got? Neutralize poison wouldn't be the worst, probably. Divine power is a good spell if you get a chance to use it. Let's do that. We'll keep 2 restores. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's fine, and we're good for everything else, I think. Yep, looks good. All right, I just wanted to get her straightened back out so she wasn't all restores on her 4th level there. So we'll get this done here. Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's look down towards the bottom because that's where the fun stuff is. True Seeing Communal is a good one, although I don't ever remember to use it. Chains of Light, Eagle Soul. What's Eagle Soul? Grants you the following benefits: +2 sacred bonus to AC, +4 sacred bonus to strength, resistance 5 to acid and fire, 5 sacred bonus on all persuasion when used to intimidate checks made against evil creatures, +2 bonus on initiative, fast healing 2. Any critical threat roll made against an evil creature with the weapon you wield is automatically confirmed. That's actually quite powerful. Unfortunately, it's self only. But as a scroll, I mean, that's maybe not the worst. What is the duration of that? 1 round per level. Okay. Scroll of Banishment, Scroll of Heal. Might not be the worst to have a Scroll of Heal, to be truthful. Let's do that. We're looking good on our components, so we'll have a heal scroll. Begin resting here.
I just thought if they all in Winter Sun just died, they wouldn't have to suffer anymore. And then I thought pain passes eventually, and that's when the strength to live on appears. It's all so complicated.
The Kellids trained to fight and die like warriors, but in the end, they were just toys in demon hands. The same thing could happen to any of us. We cannot abandon these poor people.
Okay. Okay, got the scroll. Excellent. Aha. Hand of the Inheritors here. Hand of the Inheritor's voice is full of sorrow. Champion, I have come to speak of important matters. This war has claimed the lives of countless mortals. Each of us warriors of heaven regrets that we cannot part the skies, descend onto Galarian as a shining host, and deliver you from evil. The natural order demands that the forces of heaven do not intervene. Only a few, such as myself, can engage in this battle, but even those few can do much good. We may not be a shining host, but even a handful of angels is a force to be reckoned with. So tell us how we may help. Shall we arm ourselves with swords and fight beside your warriors, or shall we bestow power upon your priests? We shall gladly do everything we can, so long as it does not upset the world order. All right, so this is going to give Heavenly Host or Storm of Justice decree. All generals learn the Bolt of Justice spell. So let's take a look at these guys. Summon Heavenly Host. Summons 2+ mythic rank Movanic Divas to the target army. Recovery time 7 days. Okay. Or we can do this one. Storm of Justice. All units in the target army take d8 times 10 mythic rank magic damage. Additionally, evil creatures take d8 times 10 mythic rank. Demons and undead take d8 times 10 mythic rank. Grand tier units take d8 times 8d12, sorry, times mythic rank. 8d10, 8d10, 8d12. So that would be something that we could hit enemy unit with before we engage them in battle. And all generals learn Bolt of Justice. Deals magic damage to the target unit. Demon and undead units receive power times power plus 5 times 2d6 damage. Other units, power squared plus 5d6 damage. This is a divine spell. Well, that is a question. Valric Divas are 161 hit points, 23 power, immune to acid, cold, electricity, fire. They have flaming longswords that are d8 plus 10 plus a d6 fire damage for 12 to 24 damage each. And I can summon them. We already have something that's summoning Valric Divas. And we can run that every 5 days. And it takes 2 days to do it. It's one of our decrees. So I think maybe it might be better to have this second thing here. Unless we really want to double down and get a whole bunch of them built up. That might be worth doing. And they're pretty sturdy. Boy, I don't know. These both seem really good. But yeah, more army guys, or can just rip through an army and reduce its power way down. But only once every 7 days. That's a tough choice, guys. I'm torn. Let's do this one. Shall be done. This is the power. So we get the power to destroy armies, and also every general gets the divine smite thing. It shall be done. May our gift bring strength to your warriors, deliver them from danger, and grant you victory in this war. All right, good deal. All right, check the crusade real quick. Angel's waiting for audience in Dresden, hoping to share the wisdom of heaven. Leader of the Crusaders. We have treachery. A worried aide reports that crime has been committed in the Citadel. A few days ago, the night patrol officer, Ikem Kohler, did not turn up for guard duty. An unsuccessful search for him ensued. It was suggested that Kohler had secretly left Dresden and deserted. The circumstances of his vanishing demand investigation. This will... we'll see what happened. Buried in rubble, Ikem Kohler's body was found at the walls of Dresden. The nature of the wounds leaves no doubt that he was stabbed by a man or someone similar in appearance and build, rather than mauled by a demon. Examination of the corpse in the area has revealed that Kohler turned up to the crime site on his own volition. Then he then suffered a penetrating wound to the chest, which made him unconscious before being finished off. The attempt at hiding the body seemed negligent. The interrogator concluded that the murderer was in no hurry and mastered the appropriate skills, so it must have let the body be discovered intentionally. Okay. So, okay. That's fine. Looks good. Right. Campaign. Where are we at here? Demon Army. We should probably start searching south a little bit here. What do we got here? Quite a few demon fortifications, but we could hit them with the Storm of Justice and then take their fort. But we're kind of a long way. I don't know if we can defend that fort necessarily. Okay, that's a completely useless little loop there. I think we can take that fight, honestly. I mean, there's quite a few marksmen that we're going to have to deal with, but I think we can do it. Especially with our new Divine Smite. Okay, well, we'll do that probably next. And let's take a look at our other army over here. We need to come down here. Travel to there. Okay, what do we got? Some cultists. Let's throw a fireball back in here. I think they're not going to be hurt by this, but we'll see. Yeah, they're immune to fire, which is fine. Let's do here. I really don't like how these guys are set up. I wonder if there's some way to change that. Because they're blocked in. I would have to move my archers instead of shooting. Fine, whatever. You guys are gonna just sit tight. Actually gonna bring it this way some. These paladins, they can do lay on hands, but that's about it. Give me one more. Nope. Yep. Nice. There we go. Okay. After the battle, one of the soldiers noticed a half-effaced inscription on a nearby stone. What remained of the engraving led the Crusaders to a secluded cave where they found a stash of miscellaneous relics that some selflessly devoted clerics had managed to rescue from fallen Dresden. They also discovered flasks of sanctified oil and boxes of reagents for rituals and sacred masses. It would appear the brave priests hid their sacred artifacts in one final attempt to save them from demonic threat. Found materials, 125 materials and 3 energy. And we can now get into there. And this group here is beatable by our army. Oh, no. What the heck? No, we just want you guys to go there. Okay, we want a fireball. Probably here. Got rid of a lot of them. Okay, that's okay. Ooh, that's less okay. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do another fireball. Yeah, let's do that. Didn't quite kill him. Ooh. All right, firebolt down here. That is better. Get rid of some of those guys. Should take care of the rest of these. There we go. Piece of cake. Everybody's going to be replenished by the infirmary. Everything's good. Having relieved the last undead from their curse, the clerics discovered an artifact emanating vile energy that had been attracting the living dead to this place. After carefully sealing their find with protective spells, the clerics brought it to the commander. We have found the broken phylactery of Stevanius the Rotten. Certain we can do something with that. And that cleans up the east side of the map here. No. Okay, there's that. Done, done, and done. All right, good enough. Let's get out of here. All right, I think we're going to spend a little time helping out Arushale here because she wants us to talk to everybody about their dreams. So let's have a look here. All right, so I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament is another thing we do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendev's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'd be glad to get half a ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine and then, or two, that would be enough for... The paladin is busy doing the calculations. You can barely discern a whisper. The Templars, the weapons, adamantines, so many wishes at once. All right, have to go. Erebeth says goodbye with a short bow. Talk to Anevia. Same. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange. I need to know what you dream of. What else could I desire when I have my Beth? Anevia thinks for a moment, smiling, then looks over your shoulder and gives a cheeky wink. Arushale, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling shy, are we? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, Commander. War's no place to be thinking about wants. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war's over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchen whenever the cook was getting the fresh bread out of the oven. Big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when the war's over, I'm going to build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. All right. Have to go. And let's head on out into the city and talk to some people too. Actually, I wonder if I doubt Regil dreams of anything, but we should probably figure it out real quick since we're here. Yep, nothing here for that. All right, so out we go. Out into the city. Got a few tasks we could probably do. Hey, here we are. First stop, let's talk to the storyteller again. I think we found more for him. I can't remember. Pretty sure we picked up another cold iron bar, maybe. Let's see if he's got anything for us. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Greetings, Valric. Have you brought me a news story? Well, I have a question. What do you dream of? Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time. Especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped into the path of redemption. No wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child, and still I will answer. I have to admit, I suffer from insomnia. Every night, as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who are remembered and those who are forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm in my head, and the mattress becomes hard like stone, and my pillow ice cold. Maybe if I had a softer bed, I would fall asleep quicker. Although, I suppose it's not about the bed. Okay. We still don't have enough for the cloak. I'm not sure exactly what we need for it. I can't remember. But that's okay. All right, gotta go. Okay. Anything for you? Nope. All right, we can probably sell some stuff off. Sure, we've picked up stuff that we don't need, like this and this and this. And these and that. Definitely these. The armor can go. This armor can go. Pretty sure this armor can probably go. Don't have any need for it, really. This is just a ring. Yep. Let's do a bulk sell too. That'll get rid of all of that kind of junk. All right. So what do we got here? Composite longbow +3, which we don't need, so we'll sell that. This is the Star and Edge of Force. That's right. I don't have any need for that. Hasty Eradicator +2 dagger allows the wielder to make 2 additional attacks during a full attack action. This effect doesn't stack with the effects of a haste spell. Interesting. We'll hold it. Don't need a quarterstaff. Shot composite longbow. Don't need a flail. We don't need a pick. Light pick attacks enemy with DR. DR is decreased by 1 until the end of combat. Be nice if I had somebody who used them. The Wicked Longbow is just a +2. I think we're ready to get rid of that. Chillroar, the Bellowing Howl. I'm not quite ready to get rid of that one yet. Chainmail of the Dragonfly is a +3. This is a 9+3 dex armor class, which is light compared to most of the armor we have right now. +1 insight bonus to attack and damage rolls against demons for 10 rounds, though. Once per day, it can grant that. It's interesting. We'll look and see if anybody can use it. This is a +4 morale bonus against disease, nausea, and sickened effects. We probably have somebody that could use a ring, although everybody has a protection ring, so we can safely ditch that. Lynn's family belt is being worked on still. Vast intelligence headband, I don't think we need. Get rid of that. This one is military natural armor +1. Grants +4 morale bonus to saving throws against poison. Cloak of the Ancient Herald. This one might be good for somebody that we don't ever take out with us, probably. So we'll keep it. Bracers of Abrupt Onslaught are +5 competence bonus on trickery skill checks. When the mirror makes a sneak attack, it deals an additional d6 bludgeoning damage. Camille is our best trickery person. He does sneak attack damage. But he has armor bracers already, so I don't think we want to replace those. I'm going to hold on to them, but I don't know if they're really that good for us. This cloak is probably only okay, too. The rest of this stuff we can probably just keep. And so that's going to get us another 33,000 gold here. Sounds good. All right, Woljiff. Buddy. Roostley apparently doesn't care what you dream about. Fine, good. Gotta go. We should go down, since we're doing stuff, we should talk to Ember too. Do you have a dream? Nope. No dreams from you. come down here. Let's have a chat with Ember. Some say that being a kind person is hard work, that most people can't do it. Is that true? Look at the people standing right next to you. Don't you want to love those people? Is it so hard to smile at them, to say a kind word, to share those in need? Don't you feel joy when you do something good for others? And isn't it wonderful when they do the same for you? Kindness is the easiest and most pleasant thing in the world. The crowd gathered at the street, young and old. We've actually done this. We got pulled into this once. I'm not sure why it's repeating. What about ungratefuls? Yeah. Just don't be like them. Don't get angry at these people. Okay, what is this meeting? I'm just talking to the good people who want to listen. That girl can talk. Of course, no one's going to live by her sermons, but listening to them is nicer than listening to the bards and their songs. Speak for yourself, sinner. I feel myself getting better, kinder, and more spiritual every sermon. Really? Well, do a good deed then. Give me something from the shop for free. The end of the squabble is drowned out by the laughter of the crowd. Yeah, we'll give her the props. Thank you for your kind words. Keep talking, so on and so forth. We've done that one, like I said. So, all right, can we actually talk to her here? Yes, but no dreams. Okay. I'm not exactly sure who we're supposed to be talking to for... Maybe the journal says. Let's take a look at our journal. Oh, yeah. One-Eyed Devil, Arisano, Helor, Horrigus, Phi. I don't know who Phi is. And CR. All right. CR is over here. Somewhere. There he is. Okay, what do you dream of, sir? Sighing heavily, the old man's gaze looks over your head into the distance. So many young men and women have laid down their lives in this war. They came here, young and fearless, just to wind up dead. Bringing them all back to life, that's my dream. All right. Good to know. Horgus is right here. Horgus, what do you dream of, buddy? I am well past my prime. I have seen far too much death to be afraid of dying myself, but I don't want to get old. However, if one has enough money, one can bribe time itself. Take Queen Galfrey. I wish I could afford the magic potion she has been using to stay young for over a century. Okay. What do you think about powers? Yeah. Everyone praises you and sings hymns for you as if you're some kind of holy angel. Well, claiming celestial origin benefits every leader, especially the leader of the crusade itself, and a reputation like this is very practical and commendable. All right. I know where, well, the devil, the red one-eyed devil's right here. I know him. Have a question for you. What do you dream of? When I get rich, I'll retire. I'll go to Taldor and buy a villa by the sea from some broke noble, maybe even buy their title. I'll surround myself with such luxuries that even ancient Taldan emperors will envy me from the afterlife. I'll have a pipe organ in my dining room and have it played while I dine. Oh, and harps and bells. Okay, do you have anything decent here? Show me what you got. Don't think you had a ton of stuff that we were really interested in. +2 stuff, Alluring Charisma +4. Might be able to use that, maybe. Other than that, not really too much here. Got a few scrolls, got some spices and stuff that we don't need, some food. All right. All right. Oh, Phi. I don't know who Phi... Oh, you know what? I bet you Phi is the tavern guy. I bet you he's the barkeep at the tavern. Yep. Okay. So what do you dream of? Pi doesn't seem all that at all surprised by the question. Well-being, prosperity, and dwarven whiskey. I once had a taste for the stuff they distill under the mountains. Since then, I've dreamed of getting a still like the ones they use. But they're secretive and they don't share their inventions. It's a pity. Okay. Okay, let me see what you have. Again, I don't recall him having too much that we're terribly interested in, but let's see what he's got. Darts, short sword, goggles of Malakio, plus 10 competence bonus on perception. Whenever where it confirms a critical hit with any bow, the target becomes disoriented for 1d4 rounds, suffering a -4 circumstance penalty to initiative checks, attack rolls, athletics, and perception checks. It's 34,000 for those. Those would be okay for either Arushale or Lan. Other than that, not a ton of stuff here, really. Some vanishing potions. Bunch of junk. Do we want the goggles? We don't hit criticals on bows very often, although it automatically confirms it said, right? Whenever the wearer confirms a critical hit with any bow, that's what it is. You know what? Let's get them anyway. That's fine. We'll get those to Arushale or to Lan. Okay. Okay, then we have to go into the inn to talk to Hilor, which I think is right here, if I remember. Yep. Hilor is upstairs. Okay. He's right over here. Okay, it's good to see you. What can I do for you? I'd like to renew your forces with excellent fighters? Yeah, actually, I want to know what you dream about. I'd give everything away to see my lovely little girl, Laurie, again one last time. Which influential... What about the Spinner of Nightmares? I've been hunting the Spinner of Nightmares for over a year. My agents, by that time I had created a proper network, reported to me that she'd returned to Nerosion. I immediately suspected that she was planning a great atrocity. By that time, I'd learned all too well that the Spinner was a master of illusions and charms. That's why I never left the house without this. Hilor takes a monocle from his pocket and puts it on carefully. This is the Eye of Truth. It allows me to see through illusions. My friend got it from the priests of Nethys. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we were nearly too late. The Spinner of Nightmares decided to strike at the Cruciform Cathedral. They had gathered to celebrate a victory of the First Crusade. It was a great holiday, and there was a lavish ceremony in the cathedral. An influential priest, Anthoclitus, was in charge of the festivities. They were intending to crown him with a tiara, a symbol of his high status, but the sacred tiara had been replaced. The Spinner had obtained it at Incultus, a sentient and rather ominous cephalopod from the other end of the world. She'd raised it from an elver and trained it carefully, and she cast an illusion upon it so that everyone would see it as a tiara. The moment its shell was placed on Anthoclitus' head, the cephalopod would release its tentacles and penetrate the priest's skull. Its poison would seep into his brain, and it would seize control over Anthoclitus' dead body. Fortunately, we were able to stop the madness in time. I spotted the Spinner of Nightmares in the crowd, chased her down, and we ended up crossing swords on the roof of the cathedral. I nearly defeated her, but she fled upon a giant stallion, which was able to run across the air as if it were on the ground. I was so close to catching her. She'd suffered a setback, but I let her escape. Hiller's bitter and angry smile shows he hasn't made peace with his failure. All right. I gotta go. All right, who else do we need to talk to here? Arisano is over by the... she's the priest over at the temple, so we have to run over to there. And then that should close out this quest for Arushale. All right, let's get moving. Now we gotta clear down here. Okay. There's Arisano. What do you dream of? That is a rather strange question indeed, but if it's in order, I will answer. There is a saying, one can't win a war and keep their gloves white, yes? To understand that, there isn't much time and energy left for landscaping when you're fighting hordes of demons to the death every day, but Abadar knows how I'd love to see Dresden neat and tidy for just one day. No missing cobbles in the street, everything sparkling clean, flower beds blooming, all the lawns trimmed, glory and order instead of all this filth. Okay. All right, gotta go. All right, so now we have to talk to Arushale again, who is clear back in the tavern. Nothing like running back and forth. I could have planned this a little better, probably. All right, back to the tavern we go. Hey, let's talk to Arushale. Arushale is observing the tavern visitors inquisitively from the table in the farthest corner. Mortals, I still have so much to learn from them. All right, well, I've asked everybody about their dreams. Is this enough? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I have in there now. Let's go. I want to show you everything I've got. The succubus once again takes you by the hand to bring you into the dream realm. Arushale's dream is no longer empty. You arrive to discover an avalanche of voices, scents, and images. The smell of Anevia's fresh bread intertwines with the stench of the Templars' fresh blood from their wife's dream. The bells and harp strings produce sweet melodies of the one-eyed devil wished for. The storyteller's luxurious bed makes your eyelids heavy, and the trimmed lawn on which it stands would have filled Arisano's heart with utter joy. Do you see how many different things are in here? Now I too can dream like any mortal. These aren't your dreams. What's the point of collecting other people's reveries? No need to be so harsh. It's my first dream ever. It's a miracle I'm able to have one at all. I would have never collected all these dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dreams and do tell me if they look like the things mortals dream about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. All right. Pavement is not merely kept swept clean, it is thoroughly washed with soap. The lawn is trimmed so neatly that not a single blade of grass sticks out. The soft bed is tempting you to have a little rest. The musical instruments look like they're ready to start playing all by themselves. The freshly baked bread gives off a breathtakingly savory smell. Why is there a greater shadow in here? Arushale, my venomous butterfly. Wait, be careful, Valric. Where are you, my darling? We used to be happy with the canopy of stars. Leave me alone. Go away. Let me have a taste of your sweetest venom one last time, is what he said. You open your eyes, you find Arushale looking at you wide-eyed. The demon is breathing heavily. Droplets of sweat glitter on her pale face. She does not notice right away that she is squeezing your palm with her delicate, burning fingers, but when she does, she turns red and jerks her hand back instantly. I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. I didn't want you to. I didn't even want to see that myself. Well, who is that? An old friend from days long, long gone. That shadow, I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. That nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget all about that, and I almost succeeded, but now he's haunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well. Ruchle shakes her head. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? I guess this is another confirmation that I am now fully exploring the dream world. But will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing that he is waiting for me there? There are so many things I still have to learn. Mortals usually find ways to deal with their nightmares, and so will I. Thank you for your help, and I'm sorry that you had to watch that awful spectacle unfold. The succubus gets to her feet. Now, please excuse me. I need some time alone to think about everything I've just seen. All right, guys, there we go. Ruchle has discovered nightmares, and that, I think, is where we're going to wrap up for today's episode. I had planned to kind of go out today, but then we kind of got into this. But that's okay. We got Ruchle squared away, and we will probably head out and start doing some more exploration next time. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, do me a big favor. Hit that like button for me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button too. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.